There is a kind of strength that doesn't come from changing the world around you. It comes from accepting it, from facing it, from letting reality be what it is, not what you wish it were. Most people live in resistance. They don't even realize it. They fight the facts. They argue with circumstances. They deny what's happening because it doesn't fit the version of life they thought they deserved. But reality doesn't negotiate with your expectations. It doesn't bend to your preferences. It just is. And when you learn to see it clearly, without judgment or distortion, you gain a power most never touch. You gain the ability to respond instead of react, to adapt instead of collapse, to stay calm when everything else is chaos. The more you resist reality, the more it owns you. The more you fight the facts, the more drained you become. There is wisdom in surrender, not to weakness, but to truth. Because when you stop wasting energy on pretending, on avoiding, on escaping, you free that energy to face what's in front of you. You can't change what you won't confront, and you won't confront what you haven't first accepted. Letting reality be reality means you stop lying to yourself about how things should be. It means you stop expecting people to act in ways they've never shown themselves capable of. It means you stop hoping circumstances will magically align to fit your comfort. You face the facts. You meet the moment. You take responsibility not just for what happens, but for how you respond to what happens. That's where freedom begins. Not in escape, but in clarity. Not in fantasy, but in brutal honesty. The strongest people you know are not the ones who have it easy. They're the ones who stopped needing it to be easy. They chose to see life for what it is, not what they wish it was, and they got to work with what they had. Because reality is not your enemy. Denial is. Avoidance is. Entitlement is. Reality, if you let it, becomes your training ground, your mirror, your sharpening stone, but only if you face it without flinching, only if you stop waiting for life to cooperate and start showing up with full ownership. The Stoic path is not about suppressing emotion. It's about mastering perception. It's about seeing the moment without distortion, without assumption, without the need to repaint it prettier than it is. You see the truth. You feel the sting, and you choose anyway. That's strength. If this resonates with you, take a second to like this episode, leave a comment with what truth you're confronting today, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to stay grounded in these mindset shifts. Because clarity is a discipline, and we build it together, one perspective at a time. Reality will always tell you the truth, even when your emotions don't. Feelings are loud, but they aren't always accurate. You might feel stuck when you're actually standing still by choice. You might feel rejected when really you're just being redirected. But unless you're grounded in what is, you'll mistake temporary feelings for permanent facts. And here's where discipline comes in. It takes discipline to observe your thoughts without believing every one of them. It takes strength to sit in discomfort without rushing to escape. It takes maturity to say, "This hurts, but it's real, and I will deal with it as it is, not as I hoped it would be." That's how you grow. That's how you level up your mind and anchor your soul. When you build your life around reality instead of illusion, you stop being surprised by setbacks. You start preparing for them. You stop being outraged by difficulty. You start expecting it. Not as a pessimist, but as a warrior. One who no longer needs the world to be perfect in order to move forward. You adapt. You adjust. You overcome. That's what it means to be grounded in truth. You will never master life by wishing it were different. You master it by meeting it where it is. By taking the next right step, not the ideal one. By showing up fully engaged, even when things feel unfair or incomplete. And by doing that day after day, you become someone that chaos can't shake. Not because life is stable, but because you are. That's the mindset. That's the edge. Not needing perfect conditions to act. Not needing full understanding to move. Not needing certainty to stay committed. Just the willingness to face life as it is, with all its mess, and keep going anyway. Let reality be what it is, and watch how much energy you get back. Watch how much clarity you gain when you stop wasting time hoping people will be different, that situations will suddenly make sense, that life will just hand you peace. Peace is not handed, it's created. It's built through clear eyes and calm resolve, through choosing action over complaint, discipline over distraction, responsibility over resentment. You don't have to like everything that happens. You're human. You'll grieve. You'll get frustrated. You'll question things. But you don't have to get stuck there. The key is to let yourself feel. Then let yourself move. Let yourself learn. Let yourself respond with wisdom, not impulse. There's a reason the strongest people look so calm. It's not because life is easy. It's because they stopped asking it to be. They accepted the pain. They faced the losses. They adjusted to the reality. And they became better for it. Not bitter. Better. Because they stopped arguing with the truth and started partnering with it. And when you get there, when you stop resisting, when you stop complaining, when you stop rehearsing how things should have been, you unlock a level of mental toughness that most people never reach. You start leading yourself through the chaos. You start trusting yourself to stand firm, even when the ground beneath you shifts. This is what it means to live awake, aware, aligned. You don't live for comfort, you live for clarity. And you don't chase easy, you chase effective. You chase growth, you chase what strengthens you. And you know by now, reality is often the best trainer, and sometimes the truth will sting. Sometimes it'll bring you to your knees. But it's better to fall in truth than to float in denial. Denial delays healing. Denial distorts direction. And the longer you resist what is, the further you drift from who you're meant to become. Let go of the need for guarantees. Let go of the fantasy that everyone will understand you, that everything will make sense, that every plan will succeed. That's not reality. Reality is unpredictable. Reality is messy. But within that mess is your power. The power to choose your focus, to guard your response, to sharpen your mindset and strengthen your character. You don't need perfect timing. You need presence. You don't need constant motivation. You need commitment. You don't need life to feel fair. You need to be ready regardless. That's how you build peace, not by fixing the world, but by fortifying your mind. Every time you choose reality over fantasy, you grow. Every time you act from discipline instead of emotion, you grow. Every time you stop waiting and start working with what's in front of you, you grow. That's how it works. That's how you rise. And one day, the same moments that used to crush you won't even move you. Not because you became numb, but because you became stable. You stopped chasing what was never yours to control and started anchoring into what always was: your mindset, your response, your discipline. So what do you do next? You stop waiting. You stop wishing. You look your life in the eye and say, "This is where I start. This is where I stop resisting and start rebuilding." You make the hard decisions. You drop the dead weight. You clean up your habits. You anchor your mind. You learn to sit with hard truths without letting them break you. You learn to plan with clarity, not just hope. And you learn that maturity isn't about being detached. It's about being disciplined in how you engage with reality. This life isn't about finding a path with no friction. It's about becoming the person who walks through fire without losing direction. Let reality be reality. Let it teach you. Let it refine you. Let it wake you up. And let it lead you into the version of you that doesn't need everything to be perfect to be powerful. You've got this. Now go live like it. And from that place of clarity, build. Build habits that match your goals, not your feelings. Build thoughts that align with truth, not fear. Build character that doesn't shift when circumstances do. You can't control everything, but you can choose who you are in the face of anything. Let this be your new standard: truth over comfort, clarity over chaos, discipline over reaction. Let it shape how you think, how you move, how you lead yourself. Life gets clearer when you stop resisting what is and start rising through it. Let reality be reality. Then let yourself become what reality demands from the strong, the focused, the unshakable version of you. You were not made to escape reality. You were made to meet it head-on, to rise through it, to be forged by it. So don't retreat. Don't numb out. Don't delay the truth that's trying to grow you. Your breakthrough won't come by avoiding the moment. It will come by mastering it. And that mastery begins with one choice: letting reality be what it is, so you can become who you were meant to be through it. Keep showing up with clarity. Keep choosing truth. Keep building forward. Reality will meet you there,